Hey Kelly, today I'm going to share some secrets with you about finding a good camp location. By the end of this video, you would have gained some secret knowledge as well to find your perfect, secluded, uninterrupted, peaceful wild camping experience. But before I get into it, if you're a fan of the outdoors, seasoned or unseasoned, smash that like button, subscribe, share around and all that hype. Let's have a look, shall we? So what is in a good camp location? Well, a lot of wild campers, a lot of you guys maybe think as well that you need the views. Today's a bit shit for it, if I'm honest. And I know someone's camped here before. You can see it's all been flattened down and everything else. You're right on a track. That's cool. Guaranteed they got busted. It's all about trying to get that peaceful night's sleep and being out in the wild and immersed, right? And sometimes you got to go a bit deeper. You got to go a lot deeper, in fact. You know, so like this woodland behind me, you can literally see all the way up through there and to the behind of me as well. But I mean, if you just look a little bit harder, I'm sure we can find somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up through here. Another technique, right? I'm looking around, making sure no one's coming. You don't want people seeing you go in and out of places. So it's always best to have a look around. So in here, for instance, just over the way, I can see there's like a bramble spot in that. And the path's still only there. So it's not that far away. So noise levels and stuff like that, you're gonna have to keep them real squashed. Unless, of course, you move a bit further in. There we go, someone else has incorporated this sort of technique. They've tried to get off the beaten track. They've tried to stay out the way and low profile. And I've come onto their old camp, sadly. So much for leave no trace, right? Yep. Someone left all their crap in here. But in here is sort of the perfect location you want. You know, it's off the track's like down that way now. As long as you keep the noise levels down and stuff like that, no one's really gonna be looking. But also, what are they looking for? Fires, noise, lights, stuff like that, you know? Use the noggin, you'll be safe. You'll be absolutely fine. Finally back out, blimey. Another good way of finding a reasonably decent camp spot is animals. They typically don't like humans, right? And if you were to follow an animal track, they usually have where they bed down for the night and things like that. And I've just found one just here. You see the animal track? Let's go and check this one out, shall we? I just followed the animal tracking and it's led me to a fairly flat location. It's all fairly open, so you can see the sky at night, if that's what you want to do. But it's not too bad at all. And it's really not that far from the path. But you can see animals frequent through here, which is always a good sign. They don't want to be near us. And people typically, unless you're hunting, poaching, illegally, anything like that, you're not going to be coming in here. You're just going to be sticking to the tracks, walking around, enjoying your walks and enjoying your outdoors, right? So let's be true. You might not always find animal tracks, even deer tracks, anything like that, that you can try and follow their tracks. I mean, rabbit tracks are just as good. You know, they scatter across fields and stuff like that to where their warrens are and that. And they can be quite helpful. when you're trying to find new locations as well, or undisturbed locations. Rabbits aren't going to be where it's disturbed, not out in the wild anyway. But like you saw in the other woodland, people just leave their crap lying around. They don't practice leave no trace, and that's sad. It was really easy for me to find their camp spot. And that's the problem, I guess, isn't it? We don't go in deep enough, and then when we do, well, when other people do, they leave all their remnants and crap behind. It's quite sad, isn't it? You do that to your own countryside, in where you live, reside, you know, sad. But anyway, you could find more spaces like this. And okay, it's reeds. Well, little reeds, pond grass and such. But in there, are you going to want to walk through that? I would, Tara would, dog would. And I know a few people that would. It is about going into those places that not many people are going to go through. And you'll be left alone, honest. You'll be left alone. Keep your lights low, keep your noise low. And you should be absolutely fine. You should be fine all the way in. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying camp here. You don't want to camp on those clumps. But I'm saying, like, all the way over there, hide yourself away. You know, you'll be safe as houses, as they say, right? I mean, check this out, for instance. Tracks here. Just over there is where someone's come off the beaten track. Granted, they've come off the beaten track, and what they've done is they've shown everyone that they've come in this way, and they've come in here for their perfect camp spot and setting trees on fire. Yeah, you're going to get a nice view-ish in the mornings, but is it really worth it? Is it really worth getting spotted? I mean, the track is literally there. It's right there. Crazy. Sorry it's been a short one, Cully, but we're working on a longer, more in-depth video for you. Not just me talking and harping on, but yeah, we think you're going to like it. Make sure to hit that notification bell just so you don't miss it. Well worth it. Happy hopping.